Hi, Eric Wilson here, independent licensed mechanic, 30 years of experience. In the next short while, I'm going to show you the inside story on a 2014 Ford Focus so you can make yourself an informed decision. Now, coming in on the front left tire, you've got about, I'd say about 60% tread on snow tires, aggressive snow. So down a bit, but definitely not out. Now coming behind the front left tire, this is the front left lower ball joint. Now this is the only thing that holds the left front tire to the chassis, and it is tight. This rubber boot here is the outer CV boot, and it's full of grease. If it was ripped, it'd be greased all over the place. Important not to be, because it keeps the axle lubricated moving forward. This is the inner CV boot. It's the same thing, full of grease. More importantly, right here is a leak point. If it was going to leak, it would leak right here, because that's where the drive shaft comes out of the tranny. And see for yourself, bone dry. This is your left outer tie rod. Now this is critical. It's the only thing that holds the left wheel to the steering, and that is tight. This is your left sway bar link, connected from here up to there. Important to be connected because it dampens the sway when you go around the corner. Now checking for leaks, this is the bottom of the transmission right here. Bone dry, bottom of the motor clean as a whistle, so I am not seeing any indication of leaks. Now coming across to the right front tire, you got about 60% tread on aggressive snow, so definitely got enough tread to get you through the winter there. The outer CV boot on the right is that's not ripped. Oh, brakes, you've got about, I'm gonna say about 15,000 K down but not out. You got about 15,000 K left on your front brakes. Your right lower ball joint is tight. Your right outer CV boot is good and dry. Your right inner CV boot, now it's a little harder to see right there, good and dry. A little bit of a what do you call it? A little bit of a seepage right there, but no visible leak that I can see. Right here is a leak point. If it was going to leak, it was going to leak right there. That is good and dry. Right outer tie rod, that is tight. Right sway bar link connected from here up to there, intact, doing its job. Okay, on brakes on the left side, yeah, you got about, I'm going to say, about 15,000 K, so just about a little less than half of the life on the brakes there. Okay, now coming down, what now? Just checking your exhaust here. Okay, yeah, no issues I can see exhaust wise. This is your resonator. Okay, your exhaust, no cracks, no breaks that I can see. Another resonator, and then you come into your exhaust, and no issues with your exhaust. Now on your right rear tire, you've got a different tire in the rear than you have in the front. This is a all-season radio, about 50% tread, down a bit, but definitely not out. Your right rear spring suspension, no cracks, no breaks. Your right rear shock, now it's full of oil. If it was leaking, you see it dripping all the way down there, and that is good and dry. Your right rear sway bar link connected, doing its job. On your brakes, you've got about, I'm going to say about 15,000 left on the brakes on the rear as well. So coming across to the left rear tire, about 50% tread on all season radios. Your you got your left rear spring is intact, left rear shock good and dry. Brakes about 15,000 K left. Your left sway bar link connected, doing its job. So brake wise, leak wise, suspension wise, on the rear, I am not seeing anything of any concern. This is your left spring suspension. On your left front spring suspension is strut. Now, if it was leaking, you would see, these are full of oil, and if there was oil, you see oil dripping down there. That's water, not oil. So there is no cracks, no breaks on your left spring suspension or leaks. On your right spring suspension, right front spring suspension, no cracks, no breaks, and no leaks. Okay, with my scanner plugged in, it says codes found 0. So there is no check engine codes, which is good, and no cracks in your windshield. Dash very clean. Now I'll take you out and show you the condition of the motor. Here with a shot of the motor running, and a shot of the exhaust. Very, very clean. Water you see dripping there, every vehicle produces water. That's as part of the combustion. I don't see any issues with the exhaust though. Now, one thing I always do is I take off the oil cap and I take a look underneath and I see if there's any indication of white goo. Now, white goo is a mixture of oil and antifreeze, which is a big problem. And I don't see any indication of that in this motor. In fact, I don't hear any indication in this motor run-wise, any problems at all, actually. As far as I can tell, it's been well maintained. Now, I'm going to give you the 3 for free if you buy. And the first thing I'm going to do is this right here is an anti-theft system. I'm going to wire it into your fuse box. You're not going to see it, neither is anybody else. And it has its own fob. Now, this fob, if it's 9 feet or more away from the car, it doesn't matter if the keys are in the ignition, it will not start. So all you have to do is carry the fob in your pocket, on your purse, on your wrist. It doesn't matter. As long as you and the fob are 9 feet away from the car, you can leave the keys in ignition and nobody can steal it. This makes it steel proof 100%. That's one. Another one I'm going to do, now this little thing right here doesn't look like much. I've used this for 30 years. It saves 10% gasoline, diesel fuel, or natural gas. Never fails, never stops working. It goes on the fuel line, and what it does, it conditions the fuel to burn 10% more efficiently. In fact, I put this on my house and I'm saving 10% on my natural gas, and I'll show you how to do the same. That's number 2. Number 3, I'm going to put stainless steel cables around around your catalytic converter, top and bottom, clamp them on, because when people are laying on the ground with the Sawzall reaching up, they're going to hit these cables and they're going to say, forget it, because your cat is worth about $100 to $150 at the wrecking yard, and believe me, it's going to cost you $1,000 to replace. So this is going to protect that from happening. Now, I look forward to being of service to you, and hopefully this will help you make an informed decision. And I can do this on any vehicle whatsoever, because the dealer wants you to know the inside story. He's got nothing to hide, and you can buy safe with Eric.